On Wednesday, the Montana House spent the entire day debating just one bill, but it's by far the biggest of the session. On a party-line vote, Republicans endorsed House Bill 2, the main budget bill, setting out $14 billion of spending over the next 2 years.
Members of the committee, you have before you for your consideration House Bill 2.
Republican Representative Lou Jones of Conrad chairs the House Appropriations Committee, which put together the current version of HB 2. He said the full budget is about 12% larger than the previous biennium, with an 8.5% increase in general fund spending.
Overall, this is a very good budget for this time. Relative to the inflation and the work that's out there, it offers forth a very positive product.
HB 2 is handled differently than any other bill because of its sheer size. The budget is divided into sections: education, justice, natural resources, health and human services, and general government. The Republican supermajority generally held firm behind the work that the committee did. Democrats in the minority have accused the GOP of failing to meet the scale of the crisis facing the state and proposed a series of amendments.
We hope that you will join us in investing in the problems that still are left on the table: childcare, housing, and community services.
But nearly all of the amendments fell short on party-line votes.
Mr. Chair, 32 representatives have voted aye, 68 have voted no.
The amendment has failed.
One unsuccessful proposal attempted to reverse a decision made in appropriations to use almost $8 million to move some state inmates to a private prison in Arizona, operated by CoreCivic. Supporters of the plan said it's the only short-term way to address overcrowding that's led to state inmates taking up beds in local detention centers. Opponents said it would separate inmates from their support systems and weaken state oversight.
This option really feels like a shortcut. It feels like we are taking an easy way out instead of doing the hard work to dig in and find solutions that are going to last.
I agree with you. It would be better if we had another prison in Montana. So if we can jointly agree on that, that's fine. But that is not something that we're going to be able to do in this budget. What we need to do now is figure out a way to deal with this math problem. And this is the only alternative that I'm aware of.
HB 2 is likely to get a final vote in the House this week, but that's far from the end of the budget process. It still has to go over to the Senate, and if senators make any changes, potentially into a conference committee to iron out the differences, before going to Governor Greg Gianforte. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.